Welcome, welcome. And this is an overdue topic, something that people are asking concerned, especially those that are not seeing practitioners and are more into self-help, self-healing. And I don't judge. It's really hard right now with the changes in healthcare, with so many things going on, especially after the COVID times. We stayed home. We looked for Zoom calls to see the doctor. We looked for telehealth, which became very, very helpful at the time. It became very convenient at the time. It changed the entire system, yet it didn't work for many people, especially those with chronic conditions. So I want to talk about something very important today, which I get asked a lot. It's direct to consumer types of testing, which are godsend often, and often, more often, is a very big problem. So let's get into this. I prepared some slides, and I do want to talk about direct to consumer testing. Is it really helping us? Is it really creating healthier population? And I really want for you to see the numbers here. We will look into the numbers that are available currently, but I have to give you a disclaimer. There's not much available as far as the outcomes. So we'll go with what we have for now. We know that it blew up, that the system really did. We had the market size in 2010, direct-to-consumer testing, $15 million, and currently it's even more, actually. In 2022, we had over $1 billion in sales. 75 times growth in about 12 years. That's unheard of. And originally it was the COVID testing. It was the parents trying to test their kids' urine for pot use. And it eventually grew into COVID-19, HIV, genetic testing, thyroid. Then it became food sensitivity testing, which also creates opening up a Pandora box. And now a lot of functional diagnostics are available. It's amazing in a way. I love the fact that we have that option of taking control of our health, which is always my motto. But I believe in something that can provide help. I believe in something in healthcare that can truly make a difference. If you are creating a test and that test has no current way of addressing the problem, how good is it, right? Like if you're finding something on a genetic test that says that you have this issue, but there's currently nothing we can do. Absolutely nothing we can do. Is it good or is it bad? What are your thoughts? So, I want to talk about direct to consumer tests, and those are not just the tests I mentioned for COVID-19, for functional testing, stool testing, urine, saliva for genetics, but now we have amazing options to know what it means, for example, for your nutrigenomics, meaning what is your predisposition to having an issue with certain food. Does it mean that you will definitely have that problem with that particular food? No, it does not, because I do explain to my clients how important it is to be able to tell apart what is your genetics and what is the epigenetic part what you're going to do, how you're going to eat, how you're going to live, how are you going to detox, where is your mental status, how relaxed you are, how well you're sleeping. That plays a big role. So genetics will not only dictate how you're going to do with that food. So it's not a completely no to the food. I want you to understand that part. So if you receive the test for nutrigenomics and you're not working with a practitioner and you have no idea what's going on, all you see on that test is that it's not a good food for you and you completely avoid that food, that might not be the case at all. So you do need someone that understands epigenetics and genetics to help you. And sometimes it's making a judgment based on your symptoms, based on what you're doing, what you're eating, where you live. So many things are important. There's also a concept of pharmacogenomics, which is amazing. I think that's going to grow into a tremendous industry. I believe in it. Unfortunately, it's not utilized yet to its potential, but I'm sure it's going to grow tremendously. We will know which medications will suit someone better with a certain type of genomics. We already know particular drugs that don't do well in specific populations. Like Plavix, for example, it's a blood thinner, used to be commonly prescribed to everyone with the specific issue with clotting. And now we know that specific population that should not be taking it. Did everyone in this planet know about it? Of course not. Some people that are genetically predisposed to not do well with the drug are still using the drug. So we have a room to grow. It's beautiful that we are now learning, but we are like in the beginning stages of this beautiful change. Where are we with testing, for example, between health improvement, changes in behavioral health improvement, and the significant impact for the testing in mental health? We haven't gone far yet. The testing is available. A lot of people are recommended the test when they're prescribed antipsychotic drugs. But for example, longitudinal study here did not show any significant shift in anxiety or health. You might have a different clinical experience, and if you're in this field and you're seeing it and you're applying and you're working with your patient, client, that's on antipsychotic, and you're monitoring as a practitioner, amazing. Kudos to you. Great job. Overall, we still have so much room to grow. So again, if you're not seeing a practitioner and considering antipsychotic drugs, find someone that's well-versed in the testing and work with that person. So is it a convenience or your curiosity that got you here? Excuse me. I think it's both, and I think it's wonderful. We should be curious. That's what keeps us alive and propel further. And convenience is there, of course. Sometimes there was a moment that I personally took a COVID test. I was home, sick, did not want to leave the house to get anyone sick. I had it delivered to me through a regular pharmacy, and I tested at home, and I was in a way relieved. It was negative at the time. So it does help at the moment. Does it clear up any other things? For example, if I was not a healthy individual, and I call generally healthy, if it was someone with chronic conditions, on medications, and ordered that test alone, and so COVID negative, thought that this was okay and they're just going to get better sooner or later. And their issue could have been pneumonia or something worse. There was no home test for pneumonia. I think for that person, it would have been a big issue. So again, where is the risk and where is the benefit and for who? That's why you can't completely rule out or take away a human being with the brain that's able to judge. You need someone as a health practitioner or coach or whoever you work with. Ideally, it should be a health practitioner that can help you figure out, is it enough to do home testing for you and what type of home testing you want to do. So if you're considering and you've been doing it for a long time and you're able to tell the tests apart, it's really beneficial for you. You could do more, you could understand more. But if it's not the case, if you're new, if it's going to only cause you a headache, if you're going to get the results, there's going to be so much information. And like I mentioned, nutraceutical and nutrigenomics testing, that's going to give you more of, oh my God, I can't eat all these foods. It's going to create issues with your gut microbiome, because more diversity means healthier microbiome. And if less diversity, meaning you're now eating less of different foods, you could create a bigger imbalance in gut microbiome. That's going to be a really big problem. Now you're aware. Now you're more empowered and know more. Are we ready yet? Are we there yet to self-test? In many cases, we are. But is it for everyone? I really don't think so. Not yet. We do need way more consumer education. We need, for every nutrigenomic testing, there has to be a consult, and it comes with some testing. A lot of people don't take it. They see this huge report, they get stressed, and they don't want to know anything about it. That was my experience after talking with many people. So we do need a lot of clinical integration, and eventually it should be a team of practitioners, physicians that get all this information, that can put it together and actually utilize this information. Eventually it will be there, but for the meantime, for now, your ideal scenario should be working with the practitioner that can understand it now and integrate it into your wellness plan, into your understanding of your detox system, of your gut microbiome, of your adrenal balance, of your thyroid health, and of course, your mental health. I am here to help if you're looking for help. The mission of my Melamed Institute is to be able to combine all the innovative tests, all the innovations into better health and wellness for you. Until the next time, this is Dr. Ina Melamed at Digestive Reset and Melamed Institute. See you next week.